Race 7 at Flemington yesterday was running the Edwin Manifold Stakes for 3-year-old fillies, 1600 metres, Group 2 level, and it's a pretty much an important lead up to the 1,000 guineas and a good pointer towards eventually the Oaks for these fillies. What was your take on this race, mate?
Look, the 1,000 guineas winner will come from this race. Samantha Miss, having won the flight so impressively, will go straight to the Cox Plate now. So this is what's left to fill the placings in the 1,000 guineas. And look, I've been sort of a noted supporter of Romnea. I think she's probably got a few doubters now, but I wasn't that disappointed in her run behind these. I thought there was a bit of a leader's bias track there on Saturday, and she did get a long way back and worked home nice enough. I thought nothing certainly was going past her, that's for sure. She was going past plenty at the finish. So I'm still a strong tip for her going into that race. From yesterday's point of view, look, Gallica was a strong enough run. Made the tactical play and certainly finished strongly. I thought, Cat's Whisker was another honest run. First two aren't my horses. As I've said before, you have your horses and there are others that you're just not with. And I thought the third horse is the only other one to really follow out of the race. Sparks Fly, very strong winner of the Port Adelaide Guineas last start, and she seemed to get home quite well late on as well. So, the two that I'd certainly be looking to follow out of that would be Romnea and Sparks Fly. Just a bit of advice towards Romnea, guys, I guess, is probably where I sit.
Your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a really strong win by the Gallica. Another group performer for Reduced Choice. He had a big day again yesterday. Quite a well-bred filly, being out of a King Mambo mare. So you'd expect that she would be able to get over more ground as time goes on. Cat's Whisker was a good effort. She really tried very hard, never gave in, and showed a lot of fighting qualities. I think that she could turn the tables, in different circumstances. I certainly wouldn't, be disappointed with her effort yesterday. It was very strong. Sparks Fly was a good effort too. I differ to you on Romnea, Matt. I've been impressed with her efforts up until now during the spring, but she is by Red Ransom out of the Mannington. A very brilliant filly, who in turn is the daughter of Bint Masquet. I think, looking at her yesterday, I think she struggled to get that distance, and I don't think she'll be getting. I think she's a 1,200 metre, 1,400 metre horse max. I don't think that she'll be turning the tables on those the place getters yesterday. Just looking at the way she's a tiny little thing. It's like she has to take 4 steps for every 2 of the rest of them, and I think she just looked like she was struggling with the distance. There was no excuse for her not to run on stronger than what she did. So
it was a bit of a biased track though, and they didn't
they say that, but in some of the other races, horses were coming from behind. So
a lot of area mass, Zipping hit the line awfully well.
That's what I mean. So I don't think that's, in my opinion, I don't think that that's a strong enough excuse for her. Look, I think she's a really nice filly in that she is a real trier, but they've just got to run her over the right distance, and that for mine is 1,400 metres max. The mile will definitely see her out. I wonder if they'll even run her.
She's the favourite. I have to run her.
Well, I don't know. I think she'll get.
There's
beat
no
again.
other choice. There's no other choice but to run.
I think she gets beat again.
The only thing, there's a few. I guess everyone's got a different point of view on these matters, but look, good efforts, first and second place horses. I guess we've got to give Gallica probably a little bit more credit here then, because she's last 2 wins have been at Barnsdale and Ballarat.
Yeah, but that's
this is a big step up in grade for her, and she
kills up. Just kills. There's a very, sorry to interrupt you, mate, there's a good training effort by Mick. I think what he must have known that the filly's obviously been nominated for these good races, so they must have had an opinion of her. But what he's done is give her the confidence and give her a couple of kills, let her know how it feels like to win and win impressively. And you've seen
it's done a world of good.
It's done in the world of good. I love it when trainers do that.
So
I think that it's giving that good grounding for horses, and winning is a feeling. It's like you see horses that win, they keep winning. It's something which is so important to these young horses, and I think she's just going to continue.
It's
to go
habit
through.
forming, isn't it?
They
learn how to win and they enjoy it. Look, Gallica, I was impressed. I was actually didn't think she'd she could win yesterday, but the step up and grab her she did. So kudos to her. Cat's Whispers was stepping up from 12 to a mile. So that's not a bad effort to do that. As far as Romnea goes, look, she drew 14 and she had to get back. These horses crawled yesterday. They ran 1:38 over 1,600 metres.
Very hard to make ground.
It was hard to make up ground, so I'm not...
But she was passing, she passed the
She
majority
did,
of the
she
field,
ran
you
home
know,
well. She
passed
ran
the
home well. I think the sectionals were probably quite good, and I'll figure. I think
I'll
the
tell you, that
Caulfield
barrier
Guineas
from that distance
is a shocker. It is.
It's
You have
a
to be
disaster.
You have to be drawn. Well, she didn't. You know, I thought it was a good effort, as was Sparks Fly, and I've got to make an apology. Actually, I think last time in when I mentioned Oval Affair, I introduced her as being by a Ferry King stallion called King of Kings, but she's obviously by a Ferry King stallion called King of Roses. So there was a little bit of an error there. Now, I do like her. She was making her run with, she got back behind Romnea and she made her run with Romnea and she was hitting the line as well as anything also. I really do believe that she's an Oaks filly in the making.
Yeah,
So,
well, she's got quite a stout pedigree.
she's out of a Kingston Rule mare.
Yeah, Kingston Rule. She's quite an interesting pedigree because she's got a double cross there. Because she's being by King of Roses. He's from that Kingston family,
Yeah.
and obviously Kingston Rule was a son of Secretariat out of Rose of Kingston. So,
Yeah, so
It's a real homebred.
Yeah,
it is
real
homebred.
real homebred.
And
very
David
stout.
Hayes has been like breeding these sort of.
Home inbred.
Yeah, so no, she's a lovely
Bit
filly, though.
Tasmanian there.
Yeah,
Tasmanian.
but I tell you what, you know, mark her down as a Oaks filly. I really like this filly.
She'll walk into one Samantha Miss in the Oaks.
Yeah.
Well, she may do, but like I say, there's a big difference between a mile and 2,500 of the Oaks. So there's a lot of, you know, I still think she's worth following anyway, guys. And,
Yeah,
for sure,
definitely.
for sure.
So anyway, that's the Edward Manifold. Thank you.